Imagine a metaphysical control panel for human experience, a system designed to calibrate our internal state when reality becomes chaotic or overwhelming. Within this framework, states like anger or chronic fear are treated as frequency misalignments. The soul has simply fallen out of sync with the broader rhythm of the universe. This concept was tested 3,400 years ago during a terminal crisis. The Israelites were pinned against the coastline of the Red Sea, with the Egyptian army closing the gap behind them. Their prayers for a miracle met an unexpected response. The biblical account records the Creator essentially telling the people to stop crying out and simply move forward, into the water. Kabbalistic tradition suggests this instruction was a code. It signaled that the people already held the technology required to bridge the gap between their dire circumstances and a different reality, the 72 names of God. This implies that shifts in the physical world aren't granted by an external deity, but are engineered through the deliberate alignment of our own internal frequency. These 72 names are not literal titles. They are a matrix of energetic sequences, an encrypted mathematical formula for the soul. The formula is extracted from 3 consecutive verses in the book of Exodus, chapter 14, which describe the moment the sea was divided. This section contains a rare numerical anomaly. In the original Hebrew, verses 19, 20, and 21 each contain exactly 72 letters. Decoding this required a method called boustrophedon, or ox-turning. The letters of the first verse are written right to left. The second verse is reversed, running left to right. The third is written right to left again. When you align these 3 rows and read them vertically, the letters form 72 unique 3-letter combinations. Each triad functions as a complete energetic circuit. The first letter acts as a positive transmitter, the second as a negative vessel to contain the light, and the third as a ground wire to anchor that frequency into our physical world. This mathematical extraction transforms a narrative of historical escape into a functional toolset for psychological and spiritual repair. Because these are vibrational sequences rather than words, they are not spoken aloud. They are accessed through visual scanning, moving the eyes across the letters from right to left. This process relies on the principle of sympathetic resonance. When a vibrating object is brought near a stationary one of the same frequency, the second begins to vibrate at the same pitch, untouched. In this system, the Hebrew alphabet serves as a set of universal waveforms, a spiritual DNA that corresponds to the fundamental structures of our own biology. Scanning a specific triad provides a calibration point. It forces our internal field to entrain to a higher order of coherence, whether the goal is physical healing or the removal of obsessive thoughts. By consistently adjusting our internal state to match these frequencies, we create the conditions for our external reality to reorganize itself through resonance. Returning to the archetype of the Red Sea, the Israelites faced a total collapse of their physical security as the Egyptian army bore down on them. The account suggests the water did not move the moment Moses raised his staff. It only divided when the people demonstrated a threshold of certainty by stepping into the sea until the water reached their nostrils. This certainty is the activation mechanism. The 72 sequences remain dormant until human intention reaches a point of total conviction, overriding the standard logic of the physical world. This creates a bridge between the individual and the collective. When one person tunes their internal system to a frequency of peace, it introduces that same coherence into the larger macro system of the world. It reveals a world where our DNA and our intentions are woven into the same geometric laws that govern the stars. These ancient frequencies serve as a consistent method for regaining that alignment.